Why are school boards being taken over? A simple explanation. If you recall from my last video, Bill 33 has passed, the Supporting Children and Student Act 2025. This allows them to take over any school board that there's any financial mismanagement. Therefore, the board is failing to balance the budget and or risking financial default, or there's a governance failure, therefore there is a lack of leadership, dysfunctional board, and a fractured trustee to administration relationship, or leadership deficit. Therefore, the Director of Education is failing to do their duties. The main person who is involved with Bill 33 being passed is 𝗪𝗲 𝗂𝐿𝐴. He is the Minister of Education in Ontario. In this video, we're going to discuss why 6 school boards have been taken over by the Ontario provincial government. Thames Valley District School Board was the first school board that 𝗪𝗲 𝗂𝐿𝐴 deemed that was unfit to run on its own. Therefore, he appointed a supervisor to help manage the school board. This decision was made in April 29, 2025, and the reason for this decision is because the province wanted to make sure that the school board's fund directly supported student success. They did so to help the board improve its financial position and ensure students are able to acquire the skills they need to prepare for jobs of tomorrow. 𝗪𝗲 𝗂𝐿𝐴 stated, "Relentless in holding school boards accountable while ensuring students, parents, and teachers have the resource they need for the best achievement. The Thames Valley Board decision to send senior officials to a luxury retreat aimed a multi-million-dollar deficit was unacceptable, and that is why the Ontario provincial government is taking over operations to ensure proper management and accountability." The next boards we're going to discuss: the Toronto District School Board, the Toronto Catholic School Board, Ottawa-Carleton School Board, and the Dufferin-Peel Catholic District School Board. We're going to look into the reasons why those 4 boards have been taken over. On June 27, 2025, Ontario appoints supervisors to oversee 4 more boards. The reason for this is the province appoints supervisors to 4 school boards to ensure every dollar spent is being invested into student success. The following recommendation has occurred when 𝗪𝗲 𝗂𝐿𝐴 appointed advisories in order to supervise the finances of these 4 boards. So supervisors will address concerns regarding growing deficits, depleting reserves, ongoing case of mismanagement, ensuring students are prepared for the jobs of tomorrow. These actions will help the province restore sound financial mismanagement at these school boards and ensure every dollar is spent invested in preparing students with practical skills for good paying, stable careers. The government also feels that these boards have really fallen far from their core mission, which is to help students succeed. Each board has shown to exhibit instances of mismanagement and poor decision-making that puts long-term financial health risk, including the following. TCDSB relies heavily on sustainable proceeds from asset sales to balance its book. TCDSB tripled its in-year deficit, therefore at risk of defaulting in the coming years. So there's concerns regarding a lack of financial recovery plan. OCDSB essentially depletes its reserves, incurring accumulative defects, and plans to use unsustainable proceeds from asset sales to balance its books. DPCDSB risks financial defaults, which could lead the board to default on payments and financial obligations. Therefore, each board has been appointed a supervisor who brings extensive experience in financial management and have a good, strong track record of leadership and oversight. The last board that just recently got appointed in December 1st, 2025 is Near North District School Board, and this is because the province is taking action to restore accountability and the focus is on student achievement. The Near North District School Board is being taken over by the Ontario government after the ministry has confirmed deep-rooted dysfunction and mismanagement that have eroded public confidence in this board. Paul Calandria, stated that the board's incompetence directly impacts student achievement, and that is warning any board that's going to follow their footsteps that they are too going to put them under control. So he quickly assumed control over this board when there was clear mismanagement that was occurring to ensure accountability on the behalf of parents and teachers. There has been significant failures in governments and leadership, causing considerable disruption in student learning, and came in response to major setbacks in opening a new state-of-the-art 𝐂𝐴 school in Parry Sound. Hundreds of elementary schools were forced to start the school year at another school, while high school students switched to remote learning, are now being taught in half-demolished high schools. There's an alarming lack of leadership in this board, which is why it's been taken over. School board was divided, inexperienced, and unwilling or unable to carry out its responsibilities. Trustees showed limited understanding of governance principles despite training opportunities. Significant concerns about direct leadership and professional conduct. So therefore, we now have 6 boards that are being controlled by the Ontario government to address concerns related to growing deficits, depleting reserves, and mismanagement. Definitely wishing all these boards all the best and success of really getting it together financially or leadership-wise. You know, it's not an easy job, guys. I work in education, so I know it's not an easy job. So I really wish all of those individuals all the best. In the next video, we're going to look at who is directing these 6 boards, who is newly hired, and who may have gotten fired. FYI, they probably just retired. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye, and God bless you.